Hi guys, so on this video I'll be sharing my experience working for the startup cement facility. I was 25. I learned about the job through my mentor from the computer store. She reached out to me and asked if I was interested in the job. She recommended me to the bosses and facilitated that move from the bank to this cement facility company. Did I mention I was 25 at the time? What I did there is accounting, admin, ops, everything in between. I was the only employee for a while. Once the facility was operational, we hired a facility manager, and then after that, a facility assistant. I was at this place for about 4 years and learned a lot. So it was a completely new industry. I was coming from the bank. Up to this point, I did a lot of accounting, admin type of work, loan stuff. So that was my primary background. So now with this company, I dealt a lot with government agencies. I also dealt with the U.S. Coast Guard, working on a facility security plan with, of course, this is the first job where they don't know that I consider them mentors, but I do. So they don't know it, but I admired how they work and their work ethics, and I learned a lot from them. And there was a woman that worked with me on the facility security plan. So I took her lead on it, and she started it. She led the project, and I kind of saw its completion. What else did I learn at this job? Oh, so it's a male-dominated industry because selling cement, of course, that's construction mostly. There were challenges with that. As a female in my mid-20s, working in a male-dominated industry, you kind of have to deal with some internal challenges, I guess. Not that I tried really hard to prove myself. I feel like no matter where I work, I have the same work ethic. It's just that I tended to I don't even know how to explain it. Like I wanted to be taken more, or you want to be taken seriously, right? You don't want people looking at you and thinking, oh, who is this female, youngish person that is in this industry. I wonder if she knows anything about her. I wonder if she knows what she's doing, whatever. So you kind of tend to have that in the back. I tended to have that in the back of my mind. And yeah, it came with its own challenges. Also, at this job was the first time I had to consciously switch from being a subordinate to a supervisor. So that is not easily done, at least for me. I don't know if it's the same for you, as some people might think, but it's definitely a conscious decision, right? To flip the switch and be like, okay, now I'm in a supervisory role. And not that I was, of course, I was still a subordinate to my bosses, but with the other people that we hired, I kind of had to supervise them. And it wasn't as easy to do as it sounds. you know, like especially because I was again young. I think majority of it was because I was young, and the people that I was supervising were a lot older than me, so that was a challenge. What else? I remember one time. Okay, so let me backtrack. So when we were working to get this facility operational, it was a lot of labor was put into it. The first time we received a ship, I think I cried. I cried because it was such, like it was took a while. It was a lot of learning. I was the only employee for a good while and had to learn everything from the ground up. We also dealt with foreign partners, and my experience at the bank that I worked for was a foreign bank, was a foreign bank. So my experience working with, people that are not from Guam helped with this job, the cement facility, because I knew the culture, I guess, and I knew how I've experienced that type of relationship before, so it was a lot easier for me when it came to dealing with the foreign partners with this job. What else? Oh, so when I look back, one of the things that stick out to me was a sales pitch I did to one of the big construction companies on Guam. I remember it because of two things. It was my birthday, and also it was not, how can I say, a pleasant experience. I had no issues with going there by myself and meeting with them and listening to what they needed and seeing if, we can cater to their needs and stuff. That was all good. What wasn't pleasant was what happened after that meeting. So I basically was trying to see if I could get the logistics taken care of and all this and that. And I couldn't. And I disappointed that potential customer, and it was hard on me. It was hard on me because they did also express the disappointment, and I also cried during that time. There's nothing wrong with crying, by the way. Just because someone cries at work doesn't mean they're weak. Okay, crying is fine. Let's all normalize that. I mean, of course, with a certain amount of discretion, but it's okay. It's okay if it happens. It's okay. What else? Lessons that I learned. So this is my third job since I started working. So I started 18. At this point, I was 25 when I started at my third job, and I maintained a growth mindset. I was still very curious. I still wanted to learn. I still was resourceful and taught myself, and really was very much into the new stuff that I needed to learn, right? Persistence, I had to have that because, again, the took a while for the facility to be operational, and that's a lot of dealing with the government agencies and things like that. Resilience, because after you make your, how do I say, your first sales pitch on your own and then just disappointing a potential customer, you need resilience. You can't just give up, right? Cry it, learn from it, and move on. If you work well, people will remember you. So again, I got this job because of my friend / mentor from my computer store days. So if I hadn't done a good job working with her for her at the time, she probably wouldn't have recommended me. So those are just some things. I know I'm just blabbing. I'm just trying to film this with daylight. It's now 6 o'clock here, so the sun is definitely setting. I'm trying to hurry this up. Also, this is my third time trying to film this because my SD card kept, I don't know why it was maxing out, so I actually had to buy a new SD card. And yeah, so this is my third time trying to film this. But anyways, guys, I don't know, I hope you found that somewhat amusing, if anything. And I will see you back in February. Bye.